Hello and welcome to Developing Success. This is Neha Agarwal, and today we are going to talk about that part of the country which is never in news. Whenever we talk about that part of the country, the only thing which comes into our mind is tourism, the beautiful coral islands, the lush green fields. Yes, we are talking about Lakshadweep. So, Lakshadweep are a group of 36 islands and they are situated in the Arabian Sea along the Lakshadweep Sea. Lakshadweep people are protesting. They are found on roads these days protesting for their rights, and throughout India, people have shown their support. Many celebrities, political parties, citizens of India have come out in their support. What is the issue? Why are the people of Lakshadweep protesting suddenly? Before answering this question, let me tell you some basic facts about Lakshadweep Islands so that you will be able to connect more. Lakshadweep is only a group of 36 islands with only 32 kilometer square area. It has the population of 65,000 people with 92% literacy rate, and around 96% of the people practice Islam as their religion. Other religious persons are the Christians, the Muslims, the Hindus, the Sikhs, the Jains, etc. Why are they protesting? They are protesting because of their rights. They have some cultural values, they have some ethical, moral, old values. According to those values, how are they different from other part of the country is they don't consume alcohol. Alcohol consumption is completely banned in Lakshadweep, and even the tourists from outside the Lakshadweep cannot carry any kind of alcohol consumption thing. Apart from this, the main economic area of Lakshadweep constitutes of boat making, fishing and tuna fish export. Coconut is the main crop in the Lakshadweep. That shows that Lakshadweep people don't have much to eat in the kinds of leafy vegetables, but they have great corals. And those corals are the bioproductive regions, and they produce a great quantity of fishes because the coral islands are called the rain forest of the seas. So this was about Lakshadweep. Lakshadweep people are so nationalist and so patriotic people that they celebrate the Independence Day and the Republic Day for a week long. But we in the mainland celebrate them just for a day. So why are they protesting? The story begins like this. The administrator of Lakshadweep, Mr. Dineshwar Sharma, actually died in December 2020. He was an Kerala cadre IPS officer. He also served as the Chief of Intelligence Bureau. Because he was a Kerala cadre IPS officer, he was very acquainted with the Malayalam language. And let me tell you, all the people in Lakshadweep speak Malayalam language. So he was very acquainted with the whole land of Lakshadweep. He died in 2020 December, and in place of him joined the new administrator Mr. Praful Patel. So Mr. Praful Patel has served as the Home Minister in the Gujarat government under the Chief Ministership of Mr. Modi. This post is generally given to the retired civil servants like IAS and IPS officers. But this is very unusual that an ex-MLA has been given the post of the administrator of the Lakshadweep Islands. But this is not the problem of the Lakshadweep people. This is not why they are protesting. They are protesting because of the new reforms, because of the new changes that has been planned by Mr. Patel. So what are these new changes? We will deal with them one by one. So the first change is the land reforms. Now, the Planning and the Development Authority of the Lakshadweep has been given more powers. And with these powers, the Lakshadweep people will have to vacate their land because of development, because of infrastructural building, because of the residential colonies, because of the new highways planned in the ecological sensitive areas. Apart from this, the people of Lakshadweep say that they don't need the wider roads because Lakshadweeps have very narrow islands. So, with this narrow island, the wide roads will actually push them back near the coast, which is again a risk for them. The second bone of contention is the ban on beef. With a population where 96% of the people are Muslims, the consumption of beef has been banned. And a person violating this beef ban can be jailed for 7 years. Also, in the midday meal schemes, the school students will not be given any kind of non-vegetarian food. So this non-vegetarian food actually serves as protein intake for the students, and now this will not be given. This is private, isn't it? The food of our choice is private, and now the administrator is also dictating the terms in the terms of food habits. The other concern of the people of Lakshadweep is the newly designed Pasa Act. This Pasa Act says that anybody can be jailed in Lakshadweep without a trial for about a year. The Lakshadweep Islands have seen very negligible criminal activity. The jails are empty, the environment is good. Then why this act which will jail the people of the Lakshadweep without trial? The next concern is the newly amended panchayat staff rules. You will be shocked to know the new rule. The new rule says that any person having more than 2 children will not be allowed to contest the panchayat elections. When we don't have this rule in the whole of India, then suddenly why for Lakshadweep? Also, the people of Lakshadweep thinks that the present administrator is trying to cut the ties of them with the Kerala state. Because there is a port in Kerala, the Bepur port, which is widely used for the freight carriages by the people of Lakshadweep. The new administrator told that now the more dependency will be on the Mangalore port, which is located in Karnataka. The people of Lakshadweep are more acquainted towards the Kerala state because of the connection of the language, as they both speak the same language, the Malayalam. The last thing for which the people are angry and they're protesting is the COVID-19 norms. Do you know that there was not a single case of COVID-19 disease in 2020 in Lakshadweep? The first case recorded was in January 2021. So till the ex-administrator was there was no case because there were stringent quarantine rules. Anybody who came to Lakshadweep had to go through test. Apart from that, also the 14 days quarantine norm. But the new administrator relaxed the norms. And can you believe that an island having 65,000 people is now having 6,000 COVID-19 cases? So that is why people are angry and they are protesting. So whenever such rules are formed or such changes are done to a particular place, the cultural values, the ethical values, the old values should be taken into consideration. Lakshadweep is very different from the rest of India. Lakshadweep is very different in the terms that the people of Lakshadweep, they don't consume alcohol. The liquor is banned in Lakshadweep and only the tourist can consume, and that too on a single bar which is located into a resort. Even the tourist cannot carry their own liquor items into the island. That is also banned. So now this present administrator is thinking to lift the ban. Why? To elevate the tourism on the cost of the regional and the cultural values. The people of Lakshadweep think that if this lift is done, if the alcohol is allowed, then the crimes will be increasing and also their social and religious values will be harmed. So whenever a change like this is done, the cultural values of the people should be studied, the stakeholders of the place should be concerned, which is not done by this administrator. So, this was the whole story about why the Lakshadweep people are protesting. I hope you liked the story. Thank you so much and take care.